Hey everybody, it's Stranger Grayson here, and welcome back to another movie review. Today we're looking at a Christmas horror movie that not Michael Gooseman's fan. I'm sorry, Strange Michael has already done a review on, but he inspired me to go find the copy of the movie I had stored away and watch it and review it for you. I've seen this movie once, and I thought it was weird the first time around through, and that would be Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, the copy I have actually comes with part 2 as well. I will get a review on part 2 possibly tomorrow, because I'm probably going to be watching part 2 tonight. So, right now we're reviewing part 1. Now, when I first watched part 1, which was about a couple years ago, I thought it was weird, and I just didn't really enjoy it. I just thought it was kind of a low-budget B-movie, horror Christmas movie. But now, rewatching it and going back and actually staying there, I actually watched it last night, I've kind of grown to like the movie. It's definitely not a classic horror movie that you should watch every year, but it is one you can go back to like every 2 years or 3 years and just have a good time. So if you don't know what this movie is about, it's about a little boy named Ricky Chapman. His name's Ricky. I'm sorry, not Ricky. Billy. Sorry. Billy. Ricky's his brother. Billy Chapman. Their parents are going to see their grandfather, and they get there. Their grandfather's kind of a comatose. He's sort of brain dead. Like, he can't hear them. Like, he's just kind of in a trance where he can't move, speak, look, or hear people. He's sort of just sitting there in a chair. Billy's parents are talking and all that. Then the doctor needs to pull them away for a few minutes. They leave Billy alone with their grandfather, which is kind of weird. But the grandfather all of a sudden wakes up from his trance and he starts talking with his grandson, Billy. He's not really too nice of a guy, I gotta be honest. He kind of ruined Billy's childhood. I feel like he's the cause of all Billy's problems. Anyway, he goes on and goes about this rant saying, "Have you been a good boy all this year?" And Billy says, "No." And he goes, "You know who Santa Claus is, right?" He goes, "Yeah." "Do you know what he does?" "Yes, he gives Christmas presents to all the boys and girls." And then he's like, "Do you know what he does to the naughty kids?" And he says he punishes them. Then he asks Billy if he's been nice all year. Billy says no. And he tells Billy he better watch his back because Santa may come and he may get punished. And he was naughty. So then when the parents come back, he's all of a sudden in a trance again. He doesn't say anything. Then on the way home, they leave the hospital, or they leave the grandparents' mental home. Then they're on their way back. Billy starts talking about how their grandpa woke up from the trance and he started talking to Billy about Santa Claus. The parents are just dumbfounded because they never even seen him come out of his trance in like 20-something years or 10 years. They were just dumbfounded and they told Billy not to listen to him. Now, meanwhile, while all this is going on, a guy dressed up as Santa Claus robs a grocery store. Not grocery store. He robs a convenience store. And he actually shoots and kills the cashier working there. So he has to go get in his car and drive away. He zooms down the road, steals all the money, all that. But unfortunately, Billy's parents, the 4 people in the car, Billy's mom and dad, then him and his little brother Ricky, who's only an infant at the time. He must have been like 3 months old. They stop when they see the Santa Claus that had robbed the store, and he's a very dangerous man. Billy is pleading with his parents not to stop because he's terrified. He said Santa Claus is going to punish him. But his parents stop anyway. They just want to do a good deed for the guy. And then things take a turn for the worse when the guy walks up to the window, talks with him for like a couple seconds, and he pulls out a gun. His dad tries backing away and driving away, but Santa Claus shoots at the window, and he shoots his dad point blank in the head, killing him. And then he does something very horrible to his mom. He pulls her out of the car, rapes her, and then murders her. Fortunately, Billy is able to get out of the car and run away before he gets killed as well. I don't even know if the Santa Claus was wanting to kill him or not, but and even more fortunate, he doesn't bother the baby at all. The baby's just left in the car crying, but unfortunately, Billy's parents were murdered right in front of him. And of course, that can traumatize a kid. And after he gets done killing the parents, he calls him, "Where are you, you little bastard?" He's trying to find Billy, but then eventually he gives up and takes off. So Billy and Ricky are now don't have any parents. They don't have any close relatives, so they get sent to an orphanage. This orphanage is, very mean. Not all the nuns, but mainly this one, Mother Superior. Billy is growing up there. He's 7 or 8 at the time. And then later on, he gets traumatized by Mother Superior and all the stuff that's happened. She doesn't give a crap. She said he can get over it. Then when Billy turns 18, he gets a job working as a store clerk. But on Christmas Eve night, 10 years later, he's 18. On Christmas Eve night, he walks into a back room and he finds that his crush is getting raped by another guy named Andy. And seeing the same thing that happened to his mom and finally makes him snap, and he goes and kills his coworker Andy. Then he kills the victim Pamela because she's terrified and freaks out and starts beating on him. And this is when Billy starts going on his rampage. Silent Night, Deadly Night was one of those movies that I didn't really like at first, but I kind of grown to love it. It's not my favorite horror movie of all time, but it's still pretty good. It's sort of cheesy. It's B, but the kills are really good. I do like one of the kills where he impales a lady with the deer antlers, and another funny scene where he actually kills a bully. But other than that, it was all right. I didn't really get some of the parts. I mean, it would have been more cool if he just killed the people that were being naughty and like doing bad things, not innocent people who had nothing to do with him and weren't really being naughty. Oh, you're naked? I'm killing you. Oh, you're beating on me because I just killed a guy who was raping you. I'm killing you. Like, I don't know. I just didn't really like those parts. But other than that, it was pretty good. The ending actually sets up part 2 with Ricky. But the final act was not really all that good. I did not like the final act. But other than that, the movie was pretty good. I did like the nun. I believe her name was Sister Margaret. She really cared for Billy, and she felt really bad for him when he went on this rampage because she knew he had a lot of mental issues and nobody cared. She was really the only one that cared, so I felt real bad for her when Billy, went on this rampage and she was the only one trying to help him. Anyways, that's it for my review on Silent Night, Deadly Night. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If I had to rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about a 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy it. There were a few moments that I didn't really get, but other than that, it was pretty good. So, yeah, that's it for Silent Night, Deadly Night. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll be watching part 2 tonight, and I will get a review out for you guys tomorrow afternoon, probably. And, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.